Welcome to Arsenal Report, your daily source for all things Arsenal FC. From match updates and transfer talk to behind-the-scenes stories, we've got it all. If you're a true gunner, this is your home. Hit subscribe and join the pride. Victory through harmony. Let's get started. Gabriel Martinelli described the showdown with Paris Saint-Germain as the biggest game of his life. And it also represents a huge chance for Mikel Arteta to transform an underwhelming season into a historic one. This is Arsenal's first Champions League semi-final in 16 years, and despite all their success down the years, they have been massive underachievers in Europe. That is why Arsenal winger Martinelli regards this as a massive opportunity for this generation to write their name into club folklore. Martinelli said, "It's the biggest game of my life. Since I was 5 or 6 years old, it's been a dream. We deserve to be here, and we are ready. It's an opportunity for our lives. Everyone who loves football wants to play in these games. We have to enjoy the moment and be ready. We deserve to be here. We deserve to win something for one of the great clubs in Europe. We have an amazing opportunity, and we will go into the game believing we can do it. We have this dream, the club has never won the title, and we deserve it because we are one of the greatest clubs in the world. Arsenal was supposed to be the team that stepped up this season and won the Premier League title when Manchester City faltered. But the Gunners, despite still holding second place, have been a big disappointment domestically. The transfers, most notably last summer's biggest signing, £42 million defender Riccardo Calafiori, have not worked. They have been inconsistent and have fallen short. However, Arsenal have been outstanding in Europe and knocked out Real Madrid in the last round, with Martinelli scoring in the Bernabeu. That has continued an amazing record that whenever Martinelli has scored, and he has scored 50 in his Arsenal career, the club has never lost. It is a record that he wants to extend, but insists that he would happily forego scoring if it meant that Arsenal go on to win the Champions League for the first time. Martinelli said, "If I need to run 15 kilometers, I don't score, and we win the Champions League, then I will still be the happiest man in the world. I try to give my best for the team. I don't think about that record, but I know about it. When we play against Vinny and Rodrigo, I know the players need a little help, so me and Bukayo Saka try to help Jurrien Timber and Miles Lewis-Skelly and work hard for the team. We have a huge respect for PSG. We have watched them. We've got an amazing team as well, amazing supporters who will be behind us." Martinelli, 23, who has 2 years left on his current deal, joined Arsenal in 2019 and has been a huge part of Arsenal boss Arteta's revolution at the Emirates. But with that has also come pressure and also competition, as he insisted he is also ready even if Arsenal sign big this summer, with Athletic Bilbao's Nico Williams among their big-name summer targets. Martinelli said, "We play for Arsenal. It's one of the biggest and best clubs in the world, so we are used to it. We are a big club, so we need the best players. It's been an amazing journey for me. I've improved a lot, and when I got here we were playing in the Europa League, and now we are in the semi-final of the Champions League. I'm really happy here. This is my home. I love the club. And the club has given me so much, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. The people who work at the club, they have been amazing for me. Everyone has to have their dreams. When I was in Brazil, I knew it could be real. I knew it could be possible and be the best I could be." Martinelli also insisted that Arsenal's men are ready to follow the women's example after their remarkable win in Lyon to reach their Champions League final. He added, "We are really proud of the girls and we want to do the same. We are really happy to be here and we want to go one step further." Arsenal have reached arguably one of the biggest weeks of their entire season. While the Gunners have seen their hopes of lifting the Premier League title ended, they still have plenty to play for. Mikel Arteta's side have reached the Champions League semi-finals and will take on French side Paris Saint-Germain. The recently crowned League One champions travel to the Emirates Stadium on Tuesday evening for the first leg of that titanic tie. And should they progress, Arsenal will take on either Barcelona or Inter Milan in next month's final. While there is still plenty of work to do for the current campaign, it appears as though Arteta is already putting thought into next season. A number of names have been linked with switches to North London, while some of the current squad could also be set to move on. With that being said, take a look at all of the latest headlines. Arsenal starlet Miles Lewis-Skelly has humbly admitted his surprise at already having a chant from Arsenal fans after an impressive breakout campaign. Speaking in an interview on the club's official social media channels, he said, "Oh yeah, I remember hearing it. It was nice. I didn't realise I had a chant, so for them to sing it, it kind of shocked me." Lewis-Skelly has enjoyed a standout season for Arsenal this term. The 18-year-old has made 33 appearances for the North London side this season, 8 of which have come in the Champions League. While Lewis-Skelly looks like he has a bright future with Arsenal, one man who could be on the move is midfielder Thomas Partey. The Ghanaian is out of contract at the Emirates and could leave for nothing, albeit previous reports suggested Arsenal were keen to tie him down to a new deal. According to Marca, his former club Atletico Madrid are among those interested in signing Partey should he depart. Despite the Spanish side's interest, they are aware they are not alone. It is suggested that Juventus and Paris Saint-Germain are among his suitors, while he is also reportedly interested in a move to Barcelona. PSG boss Luis Enrique has already gotten his pre-match mind games underway by suggesting he knows everything about Arsenal ahead of their Champions League meeting. As quoted by football.london, the Spaniard said, "Did I already start analysing Arsenal? No, because I already know Arsenal perfectly. For a very long time, it's a team I've followed. For the rest, the qualities we have, the faults we have, are the same. We can improve, yes, but if you focus on what's negative, that's your problem. We don't do that." Sunday is set to see Liverpool become Premier League champions. Arne Slot's side will earn the title providing they avoid defeat against Tottenham, and the Dutchman will have achieved success in his debut season. The Reds may have to wait a little longer to lift the trophy, but celebrations are set to get underway at Anfield. The title race is all but wrapped up with only 4 matches remaining after the day of play. Already 3 teams have been relegated after Ipswich Town lost to Newcastle United to join Leicester and Southampton in the Championship. The Magpies continued in the race for a spot in the top 5 by firing themselves into 3rd place in their quest for a place in the Champions League. The season is reaching its finale, and that sees attention begin to be focused on the summer transfer window. Arsenal Report takes a look at the latest news and transfer rumours. Matheus Cunha has sent mixed messages to the fans of Wolves and Manchester United after a surprising goal celebration. Cunha is set to depart Molineux for Old Trafford in the summer, with Ruben Amorim's side in advanced talks with the forward. United are ready to pay £62.5 million to trigger Cunha's release clause and are confident of getting a deal over the line early in the summer. But when the Brazilian opened the scoring against Leicester on Saturday, his celebration caught the eye. After tapping in from Ryan Ait-Nouri's low cross, Cunha pointed at the badge on his chest, leading to some uncertainty. Speaking following the match, Cunha said, "I always say that I am always happy to play for this team. Sometimes my emotion is too much because I love to be here." Arne Slot is not getting ahead of himself, ahead of winning his first Premier League title. The Dutchman insists it will be years before he can be considered a Scouser, despite being set to emulate fixtures such as Jose Mourinho, Carlo Ancelotti, Manuel Pellegrini, and Antonio Conte. By becoming a champion in his debut season, Slot maintains it will be some time before he can be spoken of in the same breath as long-serving legends like Bill Shankly, Bob Paisley, Kenny Dalglish, and Jurgen Klopp. He said, "When you start to work here, then quite quickly, you get a certain feeling. But it's not true that I have the same feeling as someone who has been here forever. If I could feel that in just 10 months, it would be a bit weird when someone has stood on the cop for many years and I've only stood on the touchline for 1 season. The good thing about the people here is that they welcome you from the start and you feel part of them. But to say I am a Scouser now would be too much. Ask me after 10 years. Arsenal are willing to pay the £50 million release clause for Dean Huijsen and remain in contention to sign the defender, despite claims Chelsea are leading the race, according to reports. The Gunners face competition from the Blues, in addition to Liverpool, Newcastle and Tottenham, and have met his representatives. Mikel Arteta and Andrea Berta are said to be keen to sign the Spain international. Luis Enrique insists Paris Saint-Germain have not been studying Arsenal ahead of their huge Champions League semi-final showdown, even with the match just around the corner. The Gunners are only 3 games from achieving immortality, but a major obstacle stands in their path. The dominant French champions, who like Arsenal, are hungry for continental success. However, PSG's recent form has been far from intimidating. They are without a win in their past 2 League One fixtures and suffered their first domestic defeat of the campaign on Friday, losing 3-1 to Nice at the Parc des Princes. Arsenal, meanwhile, aren't exactly hitting top form either, having drawn 3 of their last 4 Premier League matches, including a 2-2 tie with Crystal Palace at the Emirates Stadium on Wednesday. Nevertheless, when questioned whether he and his staff had reviewed Arsenal's latest games ahead of Tuesday's clash, Enrique played it down. "No, because I already know Arsenal perfectly well," he explained to the media. "I've known it for a long time. It's a team I've followed." The Spanish coach, who steered PSG into the Champions League semi-finals last year, was upbeat about his squad's progress, claiming they had grown significantly during the past 12 months. He also assured that Arsenal would be facing a PSG outfit high on confidence and rhythm. "I am sure we will see a great version of PSG against Arsenal," Enrique warned. "There is very significant growth in the team. The team was very young. Now we arrive with more confidence. We are very motivated," he continued. "We are experiencing quite a strange end to the season, but there are important things to accomplish. We are reaching a great moment of the season because we have this obsession with the Champions League." PSG secured the League One crown in early April, and although their unbeaten run has recently been snapped, their ambitions remain sky high. They are still within reach of a Champions League triumph and could finish the campaign with a historic treble, a milestone no French club has ever attained, and only 8 sides across Europe can claim. Despite enormous financial backing and heavy investment over the last decade, PSG have only managed to reach 1 Champions League final, where they lost to Bayern Munich in 2020. Arsenal are in the same boat, having fallen short against Barcelona in their lone final appearance in 2006. As Tuesday approaches, Mikel Arteta's team will draw confidence from their history against PSG, undefeated in 5 meetings, with 2 wins and 3 draws. They also secured a 2-0 victory over the Parisians during the group stage in October, courtesy of goals from Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka. Still, Arsenal will be fully aware of PSG's threat, especially after the Parisians' clinical elimination of Liverpool over 2 legs in the last 16, even if it required penalties to settle the contest. Now, with their Premier League title hopes virtually dashed, Arsenal's attention fully turns to conquering Europe. Yet the challenge they face could be their most daunting yet. 2 heavyweights, 2 dreams, but only 1 path to the final. With destiny hanging in the balance, Tuesday night is poised to deliver a classic.